Welcome to the Patriot Hour. I'm Michael, your host for Sunday, April 22nd, 2018. We got some new Anon, Q clearance, breadcrumbs, updates, drops. Don't go anywhere, and we're going to get right into them.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
All right, welcome back to the Patriot Hour. Again, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe, maybe ring the bell. After the video, drop us a comment, drop us an email, share the video. We really appreciate the comments. The comments mean so much to everybody. It gets a really good conversation going and really helps us look into all avenues and to really come with the best collective debate. Covers all angles. It really just starts so much. Okay, so we got some new Q. Last one I read was 1, 2, 3, 4, 1234 in the series. We're going to go to 1235. This came just after midnight, so 0:28. That's 12:28 a.m. earlier today. Okay, so 1235 in the series, we got the Hill article, thehill.com. Pundits, presidential campaign, HUMA Aberdeen's ties to Muslim Brotherhood. I've heard about this before. Good article. Don't forget about HUMA, Anon, and VJ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 little dots. FBI, America for Sale, Betrayal, Treason, No Name, Inside Out Destruction, Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabia, HUMA and Hussein, Harvard Muslim Alumni.org, Who Paid, Saudi Arabia in the kill box, Vital. Okay, we got a couple of different. So, HUMA Aberdeen's ties to Muslim Brotherhood. If I could read this, if their little ads would go away. Okay, the Clinton campaign is attempting once again to sweep important questions under the rug about top aide HUMA Aberdeen, her family ties to the Muslim Brotherhood and Saudi Arabia, and her role in the ballooning Clinton email scandal. Now, and this has been asked and talked about before, so it's been being swept under the rug. The New York Post ran a detailed investigative piece over the weekend about Mrs. Aberdeen's work at the Journal of Muslim Minority Affairs from 1995 to 2008, a Sharia law journal whose editor-in-chief was Aberdeen's own mother. This is not some accidental association. Miss Aberdeen was for many years listed as an associate editor of the London-based publication and wrote for the journal while working as an intern in the Clinton White House in the mid-90s. Her mother, Salehe Aberdeen, sits on the presidency staff council of International Islamic Council for Dawah and Relief, a group that is chaired by the leader of the Muslim Brotherhood, Sheikha Yusuf al-Qadawi. Perhaps recognizing how offensive such ties will be to voters concerned over future terrorist attacks on this country by radical Muslims professing allegiance to Sharia law. The Clinton campaign on Monday tried to downplay Mrs. Aberdeen's involvement in the journal and the Muslim Brotherhood. The Clinton surrogate group Media Matters claimed predictably that there was no evidence that Miss Abedin or her family had ties to Muslim Brotherhood, and that the Trump campaign staffers who spoke of these ties were conspiracy theorists. To debunk the evidence, Media Matters pointed to a Snopes.com fact-check piece that cited it as sole source. Senator McCain, this is the same John McCain who met Libyan militia leader Karim Behaja. I don't even know. All right, a known Al-Qaeda associate, and saluted him as my hero during a 2011 visit to Benghazi. Senator McCain and others roundedly criticized Republican Michelle Bachmann in 2012 when she and four members of House Permanent Select Committee Intelligence and the House Judiciary Committee cited Ms. Abedin in letters sent to Inspector General of the Department of Defense, Department of State, Department of Justice, Department of Homeland Security, and the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, warning about Muslim Brotherhood infiltration of the United States government. In response to those critics, Republican Bachmann laid out evidence in a 16-page memo, which has never been refuted by Senator McCain or elite media. The elite media. The evidence, in my opinion, is overwhelming. HUMA Abedin is nothing short of a Muslim Brotherhood princess, born into illustrious family of Brotherhood leaders. Her father, Mr. Abedin, was a professor in Saudi Arabia who founded the Institute of Muslim Minority Affairs, an institution established by the government of Saudi Arabia with the support of the Muslim World League. Okay. So this picture has been painted before, folks. Now, I've been to Saudi Arabia probably 18 times. Jabal Ali, Dubai. And, you know, when we'd visit there in the service, it was, hey, tuck your crosses in, don't have your Bibles, leave them here. You just had to kind of, you know, they were under their Sharia law. So I always thought this was bad. I've heard stuff about this HUMA for the last several years, her ties. I've done some investigative work myself and watched plenty and read plenty and heard plenty. So for this now to be coming out is crazy. Okay, so again, folks, that link, I'll put that link down below. This is not good, of course, for them, and it never is. So this is a Harvard other link that Q put in that. Harvard University Muslim alumni. Mission, our story. HUMA was started in 2004 by a number of, so that's her name, HUMA. Wow. This is an alumni started at Harvard in 2004 by a number of interested alumni who felt that the Muslim alumni community could be strengthened by official organization. It was also envisioned to support the long-term goal of providing for a Muslim chaplain on campus and seeing the development of a masjid in Harvard Square. Currently with over 300 members spanning various schools and years, HUMA is a vibrant and active alumni organization. So their focus, we achieve our goal primarily through the 4 channels. 1, alumni networking. Offer programs during Ramadan and alumni mixers in major cities. 2, supporting Muslims on campus. We strive to create more resources at Harvard for their Muslims. Islamic societies at the college and graduate schools. 3, increasing Islamic resources on campus. Our goal is to promote a positive image of Muslims and Islam and Muslims in the line of with this objective. We strive to create more resources at Harvard for those interested. 4. Increasing access to Harvard for Muslims. It is our belief that all students should be able to have the opportunity to attend high quality educational institutions like Harvard. We aim to help ensure that Muslims are properly represented. So they plan to work with young Muslims to encourage them to apply. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, so we have an anonymous poster from the Great Awakening put several screenshots here. I'm just going to go over them. So this is from the Saloon. Michelle Bachmann. Bachmann defends her witch hunt. The Minnesota representative offers evidence of a Islamic infiltration of the U.S. government in a 16-page letter. Good work. We got this screenshot. Representative Michelle Bachmann defended her attempt to root out deep penetration by the Muslim Brotherhood into the U.S. government Friday, writing a 16-page letter explaining and expanding on her initial charges against HUMA Abedin and others being terrorist sympathizers. Bachmann's letter come in response to a challenge from a fellow Minnesota lawmaker, Representative Keith Ellison, a Democrat who was the first Muslim elected to Congress. Ellison last week asked Bachmann for evidence to support a series of letters that the Republicans sent to 5 national security agencies demanding investigations into the alleged Muslim Brotherhood infiltration in their ranks. So the 2 articles, links, this one is one of the reasons why Trump POTUS keeps bringing up witch hunt. Link to a 16-page letter by Bachmann regarding the infiltration. Q just basically posts this as it's... Okay, so that came again at 0111. That was 12:36 in the series. Again, Q posted that at 1:11 a.m. earlier this morning. Okay, 12:37. Q post at 0131, 1:31 p.m. or a.m. earlier this morning. The process of settlement is a civilization jihadist process. With all the word means, the Ikhwan in the kill box, Muslim Brotherhood, must understand that their work in America is kind of a grand jihad in eliminating and destroying the Western civilization from within and sabotaging its miserable house by their hands and the hands of their believers. Q gives us a link here. So again, folks, that's something that a lot of people get. It's if you've been to places like I have, Saudi Arabia, for example, where it is more kind of extreme version. I mean, it's Sharia law. Why, would any of them want to come to the Western world and live? They're not happy. They're aggravated if they truly believe in what they believe in. They would be aggravated by the Western culture. The way our women even dress, makeup. I mean, it's just a total different culture shock. So we think people should come here and, would want to be here, but they stay in tight-knit communities. The women still wear what they wear. The men treat them the same. And it's like they're saying they would want to change us to be more like them. And where they came from over like in Saudi Arabia. Let's turn this into Saudi Arabia instead of coming here to get away from that. It's a strategic plan. This is what's been being talked about for the last decade now. So let's take a look here. Clarion Project, challenging radical Islam, promoting human rights. The Muslim Brotherhood Strategic Plan for America. The following is an official document from a 1991 meeting which outlines the Muslim Brotherhood's strategic goals for North America. The document entered in as evidence in 2008 Holy Land terror funding trial. Federal investigators found the document in the home of Ismail al-Abrisi, a founder of the Dar al-Hajar Mosque in Falls Church, Virginia. During a 2004 search, al-Abrisi was a member of the Palestine Committee, which the Muslim Brotherhood had created to support Hamas in the United States. The original document in Arabic follows English translation. Looks like they got a couple of highlighted things here. We have highlighted in yellow the following quotes, all right? Page 4, enablement of Islam in North America, meaning establishing an effective and stable Islamic movement led by the Muslim Brotherhood, which adopts Muslims' causes domestically and globally, and which works to expand the observant Muslim base, aims at unifying and directing Muslim efforts, presents Islam as a civilization alternative, and supports the global Islamic State, wherever it is. 5. The movement must plan and struggle to obtain the keys and the tools of this process and carry out this grand mission as a civilization jihadist responsibility. 7. The process of settlement is a civilization jihadist process with all the word means. The Ikhwan, Muslim Brotherhood, must understand that their work in America is a kind of grand jihad in eliminating and destroying the Western civilization from within and sabotaging its miserable house by their hands and the hands of their believers. We must possess a mastery of the art of coalitions, the art of absorption, and the principles of cooperation. So we got page 18, a list of our organizations and the organizations of our friends. This is where the Muslim Brotherhood listed its front groups in the U.S. Note the prominent organizations like CAR, ISNA, ICNA, and others named here. So they have their government exhibit. Okay. Oops. Okay, that's not working. All right, so we know for that to be definitely it just seems like all this has been being talked about. I've heard all of this. I am really well aware. It's just now coming back. Seems like everything that's been wrong is now coming back around and being talked about, which is good, folks. We just need all the attention we can get on these matters. These idiots, these bad actors, have been really bad the last several years. When these kind of things have come up and they're put on the spot, they just dance all around it, shift the narrative, talk about humanity and this and that, and it is just worse than what we thought. These scumbag traitors are losing the battle. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's look for one more update while we're in here. Any updates? See here again, if nothing, I'm going to I got another video I'm working on. So look forward to that. Any new updates throughout the day, I'll be giving you guys the Q updates. So again, if you're new to the channel, if this is your first stop by, we appreciate it. Please subscribe, ring the bell, drop us a comment, share the video. Really, the comment section will really get you going with the rest of the community, the rest of the followers, subscribers. We are so thankful for the comment section and just you guys really sparking up the conversation. So keep that going. Check that out. Check in the description box. I will have the links for the Q site that we can get onto the Q. Check them out. Hit some of the links up if you wanted to look at them a little more for yourself. Okay, I'm Mike. Have a good day. Godspeed. Good afternoon. And God bless. We'll see you back here real soon.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
Froggy.